Best NHL player currently from every OHL team. This is part 1. For the Barrie Colts, I went with Mark Scheifele. Scheifele spent 3 seasons with the Barrie Colts in the OHL, and he was the first draft pick of the Winnipeg Jets when they moved back to Winnipeg from Atlanta in 2011. He's been through all the highs and lows of the Jets since they moved back to Winnipeg, and this past season, he had the best year of his career up to this point, had 87 points, and was a huge reason as to why the Winnipeg Jets won the President's Trophy. For the Brampton Steelheads, I went with Thomas Harley. Harley spent 3 seasons with the Steelheads in the OHL when they were still in Mississauga. He was drafted in the first round of the 2019 NHL draft by the Dallas Stars, and since then has developed into a star for Dallas. He's more of an offensive-minded defenseman and had his breakout during the 2023-24 season where he contributed 47 points from the blue line for Dallas. He followed it up with another great year this past season and played some games for Team Canada at the Four Nations face-off as an injury replacement. And I think we'll be seeing him play for Team Canada once again at the 2026 Winter Olympics. For the Brantford Bulldogs, I went with Robert Thomas. Thomas only played 22 regular season games with the Bulldogs in the OHL when they were still in Hamilton, but that's enough to qualify him for this list. He had 32 points in 21 playoff games that year as the Hamilton Bulldogs were the 2017-18 OHL champions, and Robert Thomas was named as the MVP of the playoffs that season. 1 year later in 2019, he won the Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues, where he's played every season in the NHL since, and in my opinion has developed into a top 10 center in the NHL. You can go find my center rankings in my past videos on this page. For the Erie Otters, I went with Connor McDavid. McDavid spent 3 seasons with the Otters in the OHL, and in his draft year in the 2014-15 season, he was named as the CHL Player of the Year that year, as he had 120 points in 49 games. He was given the label of being a generational talent heading into the 2015 NHL Draft, where he was taken first overall that year by the Edmonton Oilers. Since then, he's won everything that there is to win in hockey, except a Stanley Cup. He's the best player in the world, and as I've said many times on this page, when he wins a Stanley Cup, we'll be putting him in those same conversations as Wayne Gretzky as to who the greatest player is in NHL history. Like and follow for part 2.